Thanks for joining us. And you're probably like, where's Gina? She's not here. She's joining us late tonight. So we are going to start. You get Marcia and myself, and we are going to get started. So please, if you're watching live or watching the replay, type in the chat, type your name, where you're joining us from. And then if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. Or if you're watching live, go ahead and comment. We will see it live. We're so excited you're here. And we have a special treat for you because tonight, remember this beautiful eye palette that just came out. And we have this. And I demoed one look last week. But as you can see by the 6 colors available in here, let me get it in front of my camera. There are lots of combinations. So we're going to show you 3 different looks. You're going to see how we apply our makeup. We're all slightly different. You're going to see it on different skin tones because you'll see Gina apply it, you'll see Marcia apply it, and you'll see me apply it. And also different eye colors. So mine are hazel, Marcia's got blue, and Gina has brown eyes. So you will see 3 different looks completely on 3 different skin tones, 3 different eye shapes. So hopefully consultants, get your brushes out, follow along. Maybe you can do your own eyes and just get some, learn some tips. But we're excited to show you 3 different combinations. So by the time the night is done, you will see 3 different, all from here, from these colors. Can you see them? I can't get it too close to my little light. But my name is Alice Walker, coming to you from San Leandro, and I'm just really excited about this new color, the new color palette. The fall colors is my favorite time of year as far as like colors to wear. I love the autumn colors, the browns, the dark greens, the plums. They're just my favorite colors of all time to wear. So I'm really excited about the color season that is available to us, the palette. I should say, of life all around us, all the things that we can do. I'm excited for what's new. And then the new line that we're going to be, you'll see us sprinkling that into different events we're doing over the next month. So I'm just really thrilled to get this product on your face. So I'm excited for you to see it on us so that then you'll be excited and you can order it and get it out to your customers as well. And then customers, if you're watching, please comment in the chat. Tell us you're here because we are going to give one lucky customer, actually 2. We're going to give away one downtown brown and one subdued nude tonight. So if you're a customer watching, definitely chime in and tell us what you're loving, because we're going to give away 2 lipsticks tonight. So I'm very excited for that. And so I'm going to let Marcia introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to be here and so excited that you're here with us. I'm the amazing Marcia Amarill, also from San Leandro. And I'm just so excited about these colors. I'm with Alice. I love the fall is one of my favorite seasons because it's like changing, and it's cooler weather. I get to wear those fun sweaters that we always like, and then the colors that are just so rich. That's what I love about them. And I love like fall leaves and everything. And so this palette actually reminds me of like fall leaves, because they are those colors. So I'm going to be showing you a combination for blue eyes that really make your eyes pop. And like Alice is going to do one for her hazel eyes to make those pop, and Gina for the brown. So we've got it all covered here. So just let us know in the chat, if you want us to slow down a little bit and say, oh no, can you do that again? Let us know and we'll get it covered. So I have like no eye makeup on, no lipstick, so you're gonna really see it all. Foundation, yes, but nothing else.
We're going to start with Marcia. So that's why she came on with such clean skin, ready to show you. So I am going to let her take it away, and let me move myself backstage. So comment in the chat. I'll be watching.
Thank you, Alice. All right. So what I'm going to do, I have my brows on. I'm going to be using the Downtown Brown, which might be a little bit dark in my skin, but I'm going to see what it looks like because I haven't really tried this one. It's a different formula from what I understand than what we used to have. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with putting a little of concealer to use it as a primer on my eye. And so this actually helps the colors to pop a little bit more. And you want to use, they usually say like at least 2 shades lighter on the concealer than what your skin tone is. But the lightest we have is light ivory. So, I'm kind of stuck with that, but can't get any lighter than that, I guess. So I'm going to use the little mirror that comes with this to put it on with. And I just use I put like a couple of dots here and then one right underneath my brow on the brow bone and over here. Okay. And then I'm going to put this back so I don't spill it. And then I'm going to take my concealer brush. Okay. And I'm going to just pat that on. Oops. Okay, I'm just, as you see, I'm just patting it in and I'm patting it right underneath the brow, like right there by the roots of the brow. Okay, and just patting it on. Now I had to take my contacts out to get the my makeup on that I had all day, and then I had to put them on with this, so I have to be very careful not to dislocate my contacts because that would be not fun. Okay, so I'm gonna let me do it this way. See if I can do it this way. I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed, so this may be a challenge because I do it when I'm doing it in the bathroom. I'm always doing it, I don't have to hold a mirror, so it's right there. But let's see here. Okay, so patting it on, and then you just want to let it dry for a couple of seconds. It doesn't have to be like perfectly dry. It does dry pretty fast anyway. Okay. So this is going to be my it's going to be my primer is what it is. Okay. This is my primer. Okay. All right. See how it kind of took away that like reddish, because I have a lot of red in my skin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crease brush. Okay. And I'm going to I'm going to use the dark color of the, I'm going to use this color, which is the Dream Big Brown. That's going to be my accent color. Okay. And so, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to use the Sienna Skies, put that on first, and then use my Dream Big Brown as my corner color. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of this, the Sienna, and I'm going to put it like right there on the brow bone. Okay. And yes, like Alice said last week, yeah, it always looks a little messy until we blend everything, but that's okay. So, and then I'm going to put a little bit over here. And I have deep set eyes. So I have a lot of space, like from the crease up here. So I can put a little bit more color up there so that they see it. Okay. Because you don't want it to just be hidden when you've got your eyes open. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit just right here on the edge. But I'm going to put that darker brown on top of it. Now you can do your darkest color. You can do it different ways. So you can do like start it off with the darker color right there in the corner and then do the medium color, if you want, and then blend it all together. You can do it that way, or you can do it like I'm doing it now where I'm going to put the darker color on top of the sienna. And the sienna is very pretty. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. And I don't stress over, okay, it's looking kind of messy now. It's like, so I'm going to make it look really good. You just wait. Let's see here. I need to get like a little bit more on that one. Okay. All right. So That's a little bit better. All right. All right. So now I'm going to take my smudger brush, and that's what I'm going to apply that darker color, because I don't want it like too dark. I want it to be more to where it's popping, you know. So I'm going to take a little bit, and I just kind of like press into the color to get that color on there. And then I just dab. If you want it to be more of a, you know, a color that's going to stay, you want to dab it on. Okay. You don't want to, if you brush it in, that's more like a blending stroke. Okay. Which you're going to do later anyway. But okay. Okay. And I'm just going a little bit into like above that crease, into the crease, and right there at the edge. Okay. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with my all over brush, and I forgot my blending brush here. That's great. Okay, so I have my all over eye color brush. I'm going to use the Golden Possibilities. It's a really good, it's got a little shimmer to it. So I'm going to press that like right in to the roots of the brow. Okay, it's just going to give it a little bit of something, something. Okay, and then when I get through blending, then I'm going to come back and put a little bit right onto the inside corner of your eye, because that's where you want it to be. And what am I doing here? Okay. All right. So I'm going to use, since I, in my office, I didn't bring in my all over blending brush. Bad, Marcia. Okay. So I'm going to use my crease color brush to try and blend that out a little bit. And you can even use your smudger brush as well. Okay. Thought I would sew it together with having all of my little tools here, but things happen as they do, but that's okay. Because what if you went off on a vacation or you went out of town and you forgot something? You just make do with what you had, right? So I'm going to take my smudger brush and see if I can blend that out a little bit better. That's looking better. Okay, and then I'm doing it to the same thing. So you want to do maybe like, if you want to make me do like little round circles and then pull it in, you want to always, if you're taking your darker color, you want to pull it into your eyelid, not start it off there, because you don't want it to go all dark. That closes off the eye, and you want it to look like, you know, your eyes are really open and looking all sexy and all of that, you know. And yes, I still try to look sexy. I don't know how I do, but I still try. Okay. Okay. I'm going to get, where's my other little, okay. Now see, that's better. Okay. And it really does make my eyes pop a little bluer. Okay. Okay. All right. Not done yet. Okay. This would take like a little bit longer. All right. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that Golden Possibilities and put that right there on the inside corner of your eye. You never want to have like your dark colors like all the way to the inside because like I said, it does close off your eye. Okay. All right. And then if you still kind of like thinking it's looking a little too sienna, you can always take a little bit of that Golden Possibilities and just kind of go over to blend it a little bit more because blending is the key with eyeshadows. It really is because it's like you got to have it to where you're comfortable with it. And it still looks like the colors that you had. And blending, what that happens to do is it does keep all the keep you from seeing like where one color starts and the other one stops. You want them to be muted together. Okay. All right. Okay. And it's got, you can see it just like a little bit dark, like right there, just to give it like a little, okay. So then I'm going to take, my eyeliner pencil. This is the deep brown. And I'm going to do the top with the deep brown. Okay. Just like a thin line. It's about as thin as it's going to get. Okay. All right. And then on the other side as well. Keeping it straight. Okay. All right. Now that's looking more like Marcia already, right? Okay. But then for the bottom, what I thought would be fun is I don't want it to be super dark. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brow brush on the slanted part, the little brush at the end. So here's the spoolie for your brows. And then you can use this if you're using a powder for an eye, for a brow color. I'm going to use it in the Dream Big Brown. Okay. I'm going to use that for my under eye. And I'm just going to do it like a little bit right out at the corner. Okay. And see, that makes it gives it a little bit more definition, but it also just, it's very soft. Okay. It's not like a hard line, like on the top lid. Whoops. That's great. Got that on me. All right. Always too, when you're doing your eyes, make sure you have Q-tips available because when you get to the part, and I should have brought in my finishing spray, but I did not. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that in case, we all kind of fudge sometimes and you get maybe a little dot of mascara where it shouldn't be, then what you can do is you can use that Q-tip, roll it across that dot so you don't want to smudge it. Okay, you just roll it across and it'll come right off. Okay. All right. So not bad. Not bad. So now I'm going to do my lashes because I did take off my mascara too. And so I'm using our Lash Primer right now. And I do use 3 mascaras every day. I count the primer as one of the mascaras. Okay. All right. Okay. And now I'm going to use our Ultimate Mascara, which is my favorite. I love it because it separates and makes your eyes look longer and thicker, but also it doesn't feel like you have any mascara on. So I will do maybe just the Lash Primer and the Ultimate Mascara when just a casual day, not going any place, not going out, because I always want to make sure the eyelashes are popping a little bit more when if I'm going out. So, okay. And this is the black. It's the only mascara also, if you like a black brown, it's the only mascara we have that is a black brown. All the other ones are just black. We did used to have a mascara that we had in brown by itself, but they kind of got out of that phase where there was brown mascara, and so we don't sell that anymore. So, okay. All right. And I already have my blush on. I'm using Rosy Nude as the blush. I think it goes well because I'm trying to play up the eyes more. So that's why the Downtown Brown, I don't know, it might be a little bit too dark because I'm trying not to play up the lips as much or the cheeks. But we'll see, because I can always tone it down as well. Okay. And I am going to show you that if you don't want the lipstick to go on as dark, you can actually apply it with one of our concealer / liquid eyeshadow brushes, and then you're really controlling what goes on your lips, and it's not so it's not so hard to, it's not so intense, maybe is what I'm trying to say. And what I've got on here is now the Lash Intensity Mascara to give it that little bit of extra pop on my eyelashes. Okay. Okay. Better. All right. Okay. So now we've got that. So now it's time for a little bit of lips. Okay. So I have my medium nude lip liner, which is awesome. I love it. I'm going to do that first. And then I'm going to try this Downtown Brown. Okay. So this is pretty dark for my complexion. See if okay. But let's see what happens when I use the concealer brush. Okay. I'm going to get some on there. It's pretty shiny. I don't mind the shine, but I don't know about the brown intensity here. Okay. So let me see. It's not giving me a whole lot of intensity at all with this brush. Okay, let's see, get a little bit more. Not bad. I could wear this like this. I probably just wouldn't put it on just right out of the tube, but I may play with it again and see how it looks going just right out of the tube. Okay. All right. So let's put this on. I don't know. I can wear a dark red, so I guess I could wear this one too. What do you guys think? Give me some love. What do you think? All right. Also, did you know that darker lipsticks make your teeth look whiter? Just to let you know. That's a little tip I learned from somebody, I think a photographer or something. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to apply, because I do like a little more shine on it, even though it shows that it's shimmery, and maybe that you see more of that when you apply it right out of the tube. I don't know, but I'm going to put my Fancy Nancy on because that is my go-to. So this is really, really good. So let's see how this goes. I like it. What do you guys think? Tell me. All right. I think Alice is ready to come back in now. Alice, you ready?
Yep, I am. I took my eye makeup off so you can see I'm bare. And look, your eyes look beautiful. You can totally see the difference from when you started. And
Yeah, I know.
I love the downtown brown on you. Looked really pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. I tell you what, using that brush really kind of helped. I am going to play with it later though and see what it looks like on the right out of the tube, you know.
Yeah, when I put it on, I put it right out of the tube. So I bet you it would have been fine with the brush after watching you. So
Yeah.
I actually put downtown brown, but instead of a gloss over it, I put subdued nude. And so I just left my lips alone. But I have both lip colors on. And so you can see the difference. Marcia has the downtown brown with the gloss, and it has a nice shine. I love our lip glosses. And then I have the two lipsticks, one on top of the other. So I'm going to do my eyes in front of you, and then Gina will do hers next. So I'm going to go ahead and put Marcia backstage, and here I'm going to take it over. All right. So same palette as Marcia was using. I love these colors. I'm so excited. But I'm going to use what's going to really make my hazel eyes pop. So if you can see, I have some hazel. They kind of change colors based on what I'm wearing. Maybe I should have wore some green, but it's hot today. So I'm wearing all my warm earth colors because I wanted to show off my new diamond today too. So so I'm glad you're joining us, and I'm really thrilled. I'm going to start with my eyeliner. So the way I apply my makeup is I start with my eyeliner first, and take that. Let me back up one step. I start with our eye primer. So Marcia showed you a way to use concealer as your primer, and I'm going to use our eye primer. So a little goes a long way. So can you see how little that dot is? So I always start with this, and I do sometimes use concealer as well, but I always start with this because I have really oily skin. And what I find is the eye primer keeps my eye makeup from creasing. So that's how I can get my, do my makeup in the morning, and I really don't touch it again the rest of the day. I mean, I might have to touch up something for a party, but I really don't have to. My makeup stays put. In fact, I'll never forget a gentleman coming up to me after a dance class, and he said, you come in here looking like that, and at the end of the night, you still look like that. And I was like, thank you. That's my Mary Kay. So it's all the primers and the setting spray. So if you're ever looking like, how can I make my makeup last longer? That's my biggest tip for you. So then once my eye primer's on, and you saw I was just dabbing. I don't do a lot of rubbing, right? Because this eye skin is very delicate, and you want to not mess with it too much. So I'm using our MK Black liner. If I want a sharp point, I can just use this to sharpen it. But I love how soft our liner is. And I'm going to just use the mirror from this palette. I love that. I always draw on my line right in my lashes there. I do not draw on my waterline. I have a lot of eye issues, dry eyes. I wear contacts. I'm really blind without them. So I try to not mess with how my eye gets oxygen. And when you draw on your waterline, that's how your eye gets oxygen. So I really try to avoid that. So I draw right in my lashes. The purpose of eyeliner is to make your lashes look thicker. And see how soft it goes on? So I love this. And then I take my smudger brush and I smudge right over that line right away while it's still soft. Because once it dries, it's not going anywhere. And next time you see me in person, ask me about a funny story where I tracked black eyeliner all through my house. I don't have time to tell it right now, but ask me that next time you see me. The other thing that I do is I like my eyebrows to be a little bolder. So because this liner is like soft right now, I take it from the smudger brush and I just kind of comb into my brows. So this is multi-use liner product. It's going to actually thicken up my brows. I do use a brow liner and stuff, but for sake of time, this is my little cheat if I'm in a hurry. And then I also always carry an extra spoolie in my makeup bag. And I use that to just kind of comb it through and make sure that my brows look, normal and natural. And even when I use my brow liner, I'll use the spoolie. Same thing on the other side. And I just kind of do small strokes till I feel like it's even. And you can do this with any of our colors. We have steely, deep brown, and black. I just prefer black because I really like it to be bold. And then again, I'm going to use my smudger brush and smudge over the soft color. And then I just take the color that I'm getting on the brush and put it right in my brow. So if you're in a hurry, that's a great little hack. And it looks very natural. And I just try to make them as even as possible. Both our brows are, unique to each eye. So I want them to be similar thickness. And I'll come back to them and play with them sometimes, but that's how I start the color in my brow. And then I'm going to take my crease brush, and I'm actually going to start with Purple Vibes because purple really makes hazel pop. So I'm using Purple Vibes. So now I've softened the black liner. It's a little thicker than when I first put it on, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and dab that purple color in the corner here. Now I have deep set eyes, so I'm going to take it right in this crease here. You can like feel when you're doing that. And I'm going to kind of do that dabbing motion to get the color to show up. And then, like I said last week, I kind of make a Pac-Man shape. So that sideways triangle, Pac-Man, whatever you need to think about. But I want to go in the crease here, and then I want to hit right on my brow bone. That way, when I open my eyes, all the color doesn't disappear, right? And then the other thing is I want to keep this lifted. So I try to always stay on an angle here. And you can always take your powder and clean, or your foundation and clean. And I always clean upward. But if you can not make a mess in the first place, you have less cleaning to do, right? But I was learning this before. I didn't know how to do it when I got started with Mary Kay. And when I was learning, it's been a learning process over the years. That's just what makes it easier for me. So dabbing, like Marcia said, is going to put the color on more intense. When you start blending is when you're going to lighten the color. So if you're just always brushing, then it's not going to go on as dark. So if you want some intensity in your makeup, you want to kind of dab the color in there. Another thing you can do with our eyeshadows is wet the brush, and a wet brush will put it on a little bit more intense too. Okay, so this is the Purple Vibes. And now I'm going to take my blending brush, and I'm going to use Bronze Horizon. Okay, and Bronze Horizon, I'm going to put right here in the center. It's a good mid-tone, right? It's not going to take away from the purple. It's got a little shimmer, but it's still brown. So it's not as dark as the purple. And again, I'm just dabbing this. And I'm kind of seeing like a sunsetty kind of thing going on. I don't know if you see that. So that makes me want to add Peach Daydream, just to give it a little bit more of that orangey. You know what I'm talking about? Like at the sunset. If you get me, go ahead and type it in the chat. So this is kind of how I play with color, and I see like, oh, you know what that reminds me of? Sometimes blue and gold reminds me of the beach, like the sand and the water. So I'll mess with those colors, like, and see what I can mix up and come up with some kind of combination. So I try to like visualize what it makes me think of, and then I try to make my eye look like that. So that's how my brain works. You're getting a peek into my brain. And now I'm going to use the same Golden Possibilities for my inside color. It is the lightest one in the palette, honestly. So it's the best one, I think, for that inner corner to really pop. Like, look at the what it does to the inside. You really want to open your eye. So that's where I definitely want that color to sit. I would definitely, like, I get the whole sunset thing going on. That's exactly what I was going for when I started playing with the colors. So you definitely want, and then you can just blend the gold into the other colors. I a lot of times will use my blending brush to make sure that outside darker ones are going into the light one and not disappearing. And then I want to make sure my purple doesn't disappear. It's the matte one, so it's really, I don't want it to get lost in that shimmer. All right, so what do you guys think? Totally different from when I had no makeup on. And now I, like Marcia, still use our mascara primer. It's always my first coat of mascara. Now you won't see it, but I can feel it going on my lashes. I feel the wetness of it. I feel it separating my lashes. And that really is helpful for putting on your mascara. Plus, it keeps my mascara from, you know, flaking or any of that. I mean, I really have never had a problem with that with any of our mascaras, but it keeps it in place. So with my oily skin and what might, you know, come through from my skin to my lashes and, you know, help the product break down, this really keeps it in place. So I don't ever not use this. Does that make sense? Did I speak English? I don't ever leave my lash primer off. And look, it comes in the beauty box. My favorite mascara right now is our Panorama. Here's what I love about this. This brush is angled. Let me show you. It's like an hourglass kind of. And so you can hit your lashes all different directions. And so I can put it on normal. And get the bottom lashes. I can work from the opposite angle. And I can use the tip to pull lashes out. So you can really hit your lashes all different angles. And the silicone brush really allows you to comb through them and really fan them out, hence the name Panorama. So let me just finish up this other eye. And I had already had my foundation and cheek and all and lips done. So I'm really just doing the eye look for you. But I don't know, would I do it in 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most? So this is how you can get your makeup done pretty fast when you have a palette that just works together and you can have different looks. You know, there's so many things we can play with. I'm going to go ahead and check the chat and see if there's any questions. Nope, looks like you're all loving the different. I thought this would be great. Like, we all put our makeup on differently. And then, like I said, I have the two lip colors on my lips. So I'm wearing Downtown Brown with Subdue Nude over it. And I'm going to bring Gina on to do hers. She is our third and final makeup artist of the night. Hold on one second. Here she comes.
Naked face. Woo! Good God for repair skincare. And it's been so much fun watching my sisters do their makeup. My gosh, I don't know. All right, so here comes the bronze girl, right? And I'm gonna be using, Sienna Skies, Dream Big Brown, Bronze, and Golden Possibilities. So I already have my CC cream on. I have my eye primer on. I put lip primer on. And I already did my brows. So I'm going to do what I usually do when I'm doing my face. So the first thing I start off is concealer, but my little brighten up is the under eye corrector. And because I'm going to be wearing such warm colors, the under eye corrector is one color, is a peach base, and is meant to just infuse light where you need it. I like to put it under here like most of us. You can use your finger, but I use it all the time, my blending brush. And because this is pretty light, you want to make sure it's blended, but look at how quickly that works. And look at the difference already, right? I woke up, yay! And I just start with that because if there's any fallout, which there is almost none with our Chroma Fusion colors, it's going to hit that and I could just kind of blend it. But I like to start off by opening my eyes. Do you guys see the difference already? And I like the blending brush because it just allows you to blend this lighter color. Yes, one tone fits all, even for us girls with the beautiful tans, okay? So that's what I start off with. I already put my eye primer on. And I like to use the all over brush, right? The all over brush. It's fluffy, wide. And I'm going to start off. I have hooded eyes. So actually, I'm wrong. I'm going to use my smudger brush. Sorry. My smudger brush. So I like to start off working to conceal my hood, right here. So I can work with an open eye when you have a hooded eye. So the first color I'm going to start off with is the most dramatic in this beautiful palette, right? And it's going to be right here. It's going to be the Dream Big Brown. And I just load up my brush on both sides like this, tap off any excess. And then I just go right in here and start working on creating a crease. And I'm stippling because stippling deposits the most color. You see me looking off into the side is because I have a little mirror right here to make sure that I'm placing the color correctly. Okay, so you see me just stippling and I'm keeping it right in the crease, right? Because of my shape, I have a protruding brow bone. So I am already making it recede or causing some definition, which is what dark colors do. They recede and bright colors bring forward. So you'll see me using the other color, like the Golden Possibilities on my lid, because I want to give that some pop. Okay, going to the other side. And I'm just stippling it, just keeping it. It's almost like a straight line, you guys. I'm just following a straight line and I'm bringing it all the way out. And you just keep layering it. And that's how I start. A little bit at a time, stipple it on, take a look. And like Alice said, they're not perfectly matched. You just kind of have to be, sisters, not twins, kind of like us three right here. Okay. So that's on. The next brush that I'm going to use is my all over brush. I use it a lot. In fact, I have duplicates of many of these brushes because I use them. They're my favorite. So now I'm going to go in right here in the apple of my eye with the lightest color, which is the Golden Possibilities. And again, I'm loading up my brush, both sides, tapping off the excess. And I'm just going to go right here. And I stipple everything on, then I go back and blend. Just put it right in there in the middle. I'm not too worried right now about it, being neat or anything. I'm just placing color. You see what's happening? Begins to open my eye, and all of a sudden it's like I don't have hooded eyes anymore because it's all an optical illusion. And I'm bringing that Golden Possibilities even into the corner of my eye. And into a little bit right here. And so now you can really begin to see the contrast to the other eye. How are we doing so far? Any questions in the chat or comments? Can you see what I'm doing? Who has hooded eyes? Put in the chat if you have a hooded eye. All right. How's it looking so far? Okay. So now I'm going to take another clean brush. And this brush is the finer brush, kind of pointy. And I'm going to go in now with the Bronze Horizon, which is another shimmer right in here. And now I'm going to put that in the inside. So in here, it's kind of blending the three together. You can see it's just a little deeper. Do the other eye and the other half of the crease. Okay, so now you see me doing a little circle, because I'm starting to blend in here to define my eye. And then the last color is very warm for me. It's almost a bronzy. It's right over here. Oops, move into the camera, Gina. There you go. And that would be your Sienna Skies. It's another matte color. I already have 3 shimmers on, so now I'm going to take this matte Sienna and I'm loading up the brush on both sides. And this one I'm going to put just right up here above, kind of blending together with the Dream Big Brown. Okay, so pretty much placed all my color. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and blend everything with a clean brush. Here we go. Tequila Sunrise eyes. That's what I was thinking when Alice was talking about her own colors. Now I take a clean brush and I just blend everything together softly. I'm holding the brush way up here because that is softer versus when I'm holding it like this, it's going to deposit more color. It's a little tip for you. So little circles, just blending everything together. You can even use your finger if you like. I do that sometimes in the privacy of my bedroom. But the brush just makes everything is blended and evened out. All right. Next, I'm just going to go in with, I already put eye primer on, eyelash primer on. And my favorite mascara is, I have pretty full lashes. I just want a little bit more vavoom, right? So I love to use our Lash Love Lengthening Mascara because I love the brush. Check out the brush. It's curved, it's long, and the bristles are pretty short. And so I love this because what I want is length. I don't want any more thickness or anything like that. I just want length. And my little technique is I turn the little curve inside to me and I zigzag back and forth, zigzag back and forth. As I'm zigzagging back and forth, I'm catching most of the lashes and then I'm pressing gently up to encourage that natural curl that I have. I don't have to curl my lashes. So it makes it really fast. In 3 quick strokes, my mascara is on. You can tell the difference, right? And another thing is you twirl your mascara brush, not pump it. And another little tip is you can look down into a mirror like this. If you tend to mess up, you can look down and then you can really see what's happening if you're catching all of those mascara hairs. And again, this has a tip so it can go in. I personally don't like to use mascara on my bottom lashes because that's why we have, to me, an eyeliner. So I tend to go only with mascara on the top. And of course, I apply several layers, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to tell you that. Next thing I do, I'm done with my eyes pretty much. I'm going to go in with our pencil black eyeliner, our Mary Kay Black. Yes, we have our own name, our own color. And I'm just gently holding and then looking down. And I'm going really close to my lashes. So soft, it just smudges. And I just go back and forth. And then when I get to the end, I just give it a little flick. And that just really defines your lashes to me. Sometimes I use liquid, but I find that the pencil is much quicker. Liquid is not very forgiving if you're trying to rush. But one tip is you can put down the track of your pencil liner first and then go over with your liquid eyeliner because then it tracks to the pencil. So that's another little tip. Oh yeah, Alice, I have one of those too. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. And then a little on the bottom, just on the inside third. And I'm pretty much done with my eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of our liquid blush, gel clean brush. And I'm going to use a really soft color for my bronze tone because of what I'm doing here. So this is a warm cheek color for me. Is our Dewy Peach. I just put a little bit here like that. And then with my finger, I just do 3 dots right here. And 3 dots like that. And with my finger, I just blend it over my cheekbone. And now you can really see, because I did that under eye corrector, you can see the contrast, and I'm just popping it right on top of my cheeks. Just a really soft look. And then to finish up, I have a natural lip liner, dark lip liner, but I'm still going to go in with a lip liner. And this is dark chocolate lip liner. And I like to line in the middle, outside third, top, and then make an X right here. You can use your finger to blend it a little bit. Just wash your hands a lot. And I am going to go for our new nude lip color in Subdued Nude. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to put it right on. And I usually start off on the bottom part of my lip. That's the fullest. Press together. And then fill in on the top. And the messy lip is in. So you notice how I'm going over the lip liner? So lip liner has 2 purposes. One, to define your lip, but also to keep the color inside. And now I'm going to hit it a little bit with one of our beautiful lip glosses, which this one is Copper Aura. And I'm just going to put it here in the center of my bottom lip. Just go back over and blend again. Make sure everything is blended together. How did I do?
I love how different it looks on each of us. Like,
right?
But we all use the same stuff.
Pretty much, right? We use 2 lipsticks. You know, we have our favorite brushes. You know, we also did good with the contrast level, right? Marcia is low contrast. You know, her skin, her hair color, and her eyes are lighter. My girl here is the Siren Beauty. You know, she has a medium contrast, and I have a low contrast, right? Except now I'm competing with Marcia with the blonde thing, but it's I still love you, right? But it's just really kind of fun. And I also see in the chat that you guys said different techniques, right? And you just work with your favorite brushes, what works for your face, right? And we also had different shaped eyes, which was always kind of like, oh, what shape is my eye? So now you have live models. So anyway, that was fun.
It was fun, yeah. And so we have a little special. So I know I only see consultants in the chat. So never fear. This deal is actually going to go for 5 days. So you can get your guests and, you know, clients to watch this and you can offer them this deal. So I'm going to throw it up here on the screen. Let me show. There we go. This one. Let me share it. And is it going to move us maybe off to the side? Yes, perfect. All right. So as you can see, we demoed the new fall products. And so we wanted your guests and anybody watching the replay. So just type hashtag replay, let your consultant know, hey, I saw the offer. If they spend $35 pre-ordering any of these new products, and I mean, this palette alone is amazing. Look at all the possibilities of these 6 colors. plus the 2 beautiful new lip colors. So if they're watching hashtag replay, as long as they order from you by the 15th, then they can get their beauty mask. So they need to order $35 worth. By the 15th, they get their beauty mask for free. And you cannot order that as a customer. So the consultants will be so excited to pre-order your products for you and give you that special gift just as a thank you for supporting our events. So this is the promo for this week, and it's not just valid for 24 hours, it's valid for 5 whole days. So we're being super generous right now. And so if there's any final comments or if you want to share anything, I normally I say 24 hours. So guess when you're watching this, you're like, she gave us 5 days. We are excited. We have a new special guest speaker next Wednesday. So we have another Beauty Mingle lined up for you with an amazing guest and a great story and her favorite 3 products. So Gina, do you have any final words before we close out the night?
We are beautiful. Thank you for joining in. It's always fun to be with my sisters. And hey, tune in next week for another fun, amazing, inspirational Beauty Mingle.
Bye.
Bye.